You cheeky little sausages, you've clicked on this to find out, does size really matter? What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take the standard javelin, everyone's favourite beginner dart, with a 25mm point. Gonna chuck them at the board. Then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna Frankenstein them up with these bad boys. They are unicorn 52.1mm darts. I've seen so many videos online with people with these silly long points. I want to see what they're fussed about. I want to see and show you what it does to your dart. So we're going to film these going in the board as normal, but we'll change the camera angle slightly so we can see it from the side. I'm going to put these monsters in. Look at the size of them. Like, even just showing you this. Look, it's absolutely ridiculous, just to give you the size comparison. Now, it's 25mm that comes out, I don't know, I guess 5mm maybe stuck inside. I'll do some repointing once I've done some chucking at the board, and then we'll find out how big that is and how much of this is going to stick out. I guess probably going to see about 45mm of that, maybe a little bit more, 48, but we're going to see definitely almost double the size of that. It's going to be weird. I think the whole reason why people do it is because they feel they can get better grouping, but I feel it's going to change the way the dart goes in the board. Mine go pretty flat. Sometimes they kick up, but mainly pretty flat. I think with that extra weight at the front, they're going to kick slightly. You should be able to get, theoretically, with longer points, should be able to get a better grouping. So what we'll do, let's chuck, I don't know, 15, 20 at the board. Let's see it from the side. Then we'll do the repointing, and then we'll see. And also, by the way, the reason why I chose javelins, because I thought it was apt. It's an apt name. Putting on longer stems on this, or longer points, sorry. Yeah, they really will be javelins. Should have put longer stems on as well. Now I said the word stem. No, because that would kick the balance off too much. Let's stick with what we got. And flip it around. I'm going to have a slightly different camera angle. And this is really just to show you how they go in the board now. And then we'll keep that camera angle to show you how they go in the board once the monsters are on. So, spin it around. Let's go. Had a little chuck with them just to see. Well, I've got to get it because they're like square grips. They're just basically really thick, fat ring grips. I call that a square grip, I think. So Red Dragon Javelins, everyone's favourite starter dart. 25mm point that sticks out. I've got a different angle on the camera, which you'll see in a moment when I get to the oche. I'm going to chuck, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 visits at the board, just to get a good bit of grouping, hopefully, seeing how they land in the board, and then we'll do the repointing. Put the bloody monsters on at 52.1mm, gee whiz. And we'll see how that affects it. Hey, if it works, I'm going to stick them on all my darts. So a slightly different camera angle you're going to see now. Let's see how they get affected, or how they go in like this. Now, once that first one went in 5, I wanted to get the rest in 5 to try and get a bit of grouping going on. All I did was cross-hatch them. I think, well, I'll look through the video before I do a wrap up, but I said these are going in pretty flat, I believe. Yeah, they're pretty flat. Also, it's interesting to see how much of this point actually goes in. There's only a little bit sticking out. Again, you'll see that on the camera angle. Let's get some grouping. So we've got some good grouping there so we can see the behaviour. Okay, so that's a nice 140 there. Hey, these javelins are alright. Oh, that one's right next to the one. Made it kick up. One last throw, I think, just to really see the behaviours of it. And that would be interesting because the first one that went in the one, and that one that kicked up, it was nowhere near as much the point in. So if that had a longer point, would it have stayed in the board? Would it have fell out? We're going to find out later. Oh dear. No grouping going in there, but apart from dart number 2, nice and flat. Let's repoint them. Here's the equipment needed. Repointing, darts, new points, tape measure. Why? I want to measure the whole length of this point when it comes out, and I want to measure what is coming out of the dart when they go in. Let's get to it. I've got a full series on how to repoint darts properly. Go check that out. But yeah, I thought I'd just speed this bit up to save you all a little bit of time. Okay, so that's the point that's come out of the javelin. We're looking at a total of, oops a daisy. Oh, there we go. Sorry, in zoom. 31. So let's call it 31 mil. So we lost 6. So if we take 6 off, we're probably looking at about 46 that's going to be poking out from them. Without further ado, let's get one of them, or all 3 of them, should I say, in them. I've just changed one, because I want to give you a size comparison difference. Look at that. That is absolutely bonkers. That is huge. What we're getting outside of the barrel now, we're getting 46 mil. Again, speeding this bit up, go and check out Repoint Refresh. It was a great episode. Just enjoy me moving at super fast speed right here, right now. Enjoy. Repointing complete. If you want to see a full video of that, I have them a series Repoint and Refresh. But look at that. I'm showing them side by side, but when you look at the table, look at the difference in them. And don't forget, we lost a few mil on here into that barrel. Whew, that's a great job of repointing. Let's get them together and get them in that board. They're mad. They are mad long. So I've shown you when I was doing the repoint, I did one and I compared them side by side, but it's just picking them up. They just look like I'm going to the doctor's. So let's just double confirm. So it's 52.1 mil is the official length of that whole point. What is coming out of that dart? Okay, I've got 47 mil sticking out. Oh. 47 mil. It's very difficult to know which way around to hold this for you. If I do that and you do that. What did we have? We had 26 mil poking out from the javelin. 26? So what's that? 18 mil difference. That's a huge difference. It's over half of the length of the point back. Wow. Okay, so let's see how they behave on the board. This is what I'm really interested in. Do they help, or is it just a big gimmick? Again, we've got that slightly new board angle I'm going to show. I've literally, this will be the first time I've thrown these javelins, these modified javelins with 52.1 mil with 47 mil sticking out. I don't know what's, because I'm just confusing myself. Just going to shut up and throw. Not going to lie, they go like that through the air. Flap. They land quite flat. I mean, the first one was perfect, wasn't it? Right in the perfect place in that treble 20 bed. Still quite flat as well. They land flat. Flattish. I thought they were going to kick more because they're a bit more weighted at the front. But alas, no. Ooh, this tartar shirt keeps catching my beard. Time for a new one. Harrows or Red Dragon want to send me one out? Feel free. Oh, I wanted to get them a bit closer, do a bit of grouping. They do seem to do that through the air. Maybe it's just my eyes getting used to it. There's a weight difference to it as well. Not much, but you can see. And also, because these are quite centre weighted, the balance is really good because they are quite starter darts. I think they're 85% tungsten as well. It puts a bit more weight at the front, which is weird. Right, let's do another 2 visits. They land perfectly flat, perfect like that. That's what I've noticed. But I don't like them. Don't like it. Let's have a chat about it on the other side of the camera, eh? Does size really matter? Yeah, it does matter, but not in the way you think. It matters because that's too flipping long. I can't find the proper grip point. I'll put a side by side here of the entry to the board. They go in super flat, which is cool. That's what I want. I'd rather them flat. Little kick would be cool, but flat. There's not much to choose from. These go in just super flat anyway, right? But what I found is that I couldn't find my grip point properly on them because the weight had shifted. I think maybe if I had another hour or so with them, I could probably get used to that, but it feels too alien. Let me compare it to my daily dart, my Paradigm. This is my daily dart. This has also been repointed with a longer point. This is 30mm sticking out, so it's a 32mm point. But even that, doesn't take that off there, can't do them side by side otherwise. Even that, look at the difference. It's not quite the same. There we go. Look at the difference. Now I reckon if I put this point on this, I wouldn't like it. It's too, the balance point's too off. Let me know in the comments, do you play with the javelin points? Not the javelin darts, because I think a lot of people have them even as a backup set or a starter set or their main set. Now when I do use a javelin every so often, because this squared kind of ring grip that it uses, I like it. Makes you feel alive, makes you know that you're holding something and letting go. With that, look, I can go back to have a hay fever injection or measles injection or do something that you shouldn't be doing with an injection. It's not for me. Even if I had another hour to practice and play with them, don't think it would be for me. They're too long, I don't really see the point. 30 is probably my limit of what I think's acceptable for me, my darts. Because I say, there's got some weight to that as well. So it does alter the balance slightly. Let me know down in the comments, what's your length of point? What's your preferred, what's your go-to? Would you try a longer one? Would you try a shorter one? 26mm that was coming out of this originally was quite short. I mean, it's pretty standard 26, 28. But I found that that's quite stubby and short. That's why 30 is my preferred. So a 32mm point becomes 30 once it goes in the barrel. Also, as a note, if you want to see a full video of me doing some repointing, I've got a whole series. I did a series called Repoint and Refresh. Go back and have a look at that if you want to see how to do repointing step by step in real time. In conclusion, it looks cool. It ain't practical. It's now on my garage floor. It's going to go back in my rack, but people come round now and say, can I use your javelins? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that is actually a javelin now, not just by name, but by nature. Hope you enjoyed my little moan / rant about long points at the end. If you found it useful, let me know. Drop us a like, drop us a subscribe, be brilliant. Keeps me sane, talking to myself in the garage. Until the next one, see you later.